Almost every buyer for your home will see it for the first time on a phone screen, scrolling online. Your photos aren't just marketing material, they are the listing. If they don't work, nothing else gets a chance to. Hi guys, I am Manny Pantiga. I am the co-founder and CEO of locqube, an AI-powered home selling platform. And today I'll walk you through why photography matters more than almost any other prep decision, and what separates a professional shot from a phone shot, when actually DIY works, and the specific pictures that are actually going to get showing requests. This is one of the easiest places to get real dollars added to your sales price. So let's think about this. The funnel is brutal at the top. And think about how a buyer actually finds your home. They set a search criteria of price, beds, baths, area, and the portal returns 100 listings. And they scroll and they make a snap decision on each one, half a second per photo, about whether to click or skip past. Of the 100 they scroll, maybe 20 get a click. Of those 20, maybe 5 get added to the list. Of those 5, maybe 2 get a showing request. The first half second is the photo, the hero shot, the kitchen, the living space, maybe the front of the house. If those 3 photos don't make someone stop scrolling, you don't get a click. And if you don't get a click, you don't get a showing. And if you don't get a showing, you don't get an offer. Everything downstream is gated on whether your photos earn the click. Underinvesting at this doesn't save you money. It costs you showings. And showings are how you find the buyer who pay top dollar. So what separates a pro shot from a phone shot? Look, modern phones make and take impressively good photos. They still don't take really good real estate photos. And there are specific technical reasons why. Real estate photography uses ultra-wide lenses to capture entire rooms in one frame. Phone wide angles distort. Real photographers shoot from the chest with a tripod and a level, making rooms actually feel grounded and architectural. And phones actually tilt, which make spaces look unstable. Pros use HDR bracketing to capture both the bright windows and the darker room interior in one single composed image. And phones blow out the windows or darken the interiors. Pros stage lighting, drape, windows. They manage reflections in mirrors and TVs, while phones just shoot. The difference between a home that feels professionally presented and one that feels like it's for rent. And buyers register that difference in half a second without being able to articulate it. They just scroll past your listing, and we don't want that. The question would be, when is DIY actually viable? You see, DIY photos can work in a very narrow set of cases. If the home is a smaller condo or apartment with a simple layout and lots of natural light, if you have an actual camera, not just a phone, and if you understand composition and HDR, which I doubt you'll be watching this video. Another thing is, if you're willing to take 50 photos hoping that one of them work. That way you could produce great photos yourself. For most sellers though, for most homes, it's not the right call. The cost of professional real estate photography in most markets is between $200 and $500, and the lift on perceived value of a well-shot home is usually measured in the thousands. The math is clear. The only sellers who should DIY photos are the ones who genuinely have the equipment and skill, not the ones who are trying to save $300 on the most important piece of marketing in the listing. Remember, these pictures are like the business card of the home. They're the presentation page. They're the first thing that buyers see. Here are the pictures or the shots that actually drive showings. A good real estate photo set has a structure. The first shot, the hero, is almost always the exterior. Ideally shot from the front of the home in the late afternoon when the light is warm, and it sets sort of an emotional tone. After that, you lead buyers through the home in a way they'll walk it. Entry, main living space, kitchen, dining, primary bedroom, primary bath, and then secondary bedrooms and bathrooms. Last, outdoor space. The most tough shots are the ones buyers use to make a yes-no decision. And these are the kitchen, straight on showing layout and condition, the primary bath showing finished quality, the living space showing flow and natural light, the backyard or outdoor space at its best moment of the day. And these are the shots that actually get someone to add your home to the list or skip them altogether. If we skip these shots, actually we might be missing our best buyer because they never knew these spaces existed. Beyond photos, we have videos and floor plans. You see, digital stills are table stakes. The listings that stand out now also include vertical video. It's a short, social ready walkthroughs that buyers actually share and a floor plan. The floor plan is underrated. Buyers want to understand the layout, and a 2D floor plan answers that question instantly. It's a small addition that consistently lifts engagement. If you are in New York or Connecticut, locqube includes professional photography for our signature full service listings, vertical video, and a floor plan as a standard on every listing, not as an add on. The photographer is coordinated through the platform. The assets are processed and laid out in your presentation page, and you review everything before it goes live. If you'd rather upload your own photos, you can, but most sellers don't because the math doesn't favor it. The package is included in the plan, which is part of why almost all the other platforms can't match it. They're treating photography as an extra, and we're treating it as the marketing it actually is. Now, in the next episode, we get into something less glamorous, but just as important, making sure the basic facts of your home, square footage, beds, bath, lot size, are actually accurate on your listing. You would be surprised how often they aren't, and how much actually that costs sellers like yourself. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video, and I hope to see you in the next one.